I mean, hard not to pred rotation. They are the team to beat right now. But, I mean, Ultimate have been doing very good. Ultimate had a little bit of a rough start, but have really turned it around here recently. So, I think this should be a banger. Nightmare rotation, you know, having a hell of a season here. Only loss, they had a little bit of off-rolling going on, but Snow's had an incredible season. You know, this is your Season 3 champions from Expert Division, moved up to Master for Season 4. You know, it didn't, you know, struggled in Master Division, you know, returning here in Season 5 to Expert Division, and you got to imagine, have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Like, I mean, they kind of play for fun, you know, and they don't necessarily scrim all the time from my understanding. I don't know, maybe that's changed. Maybe they're taking it more seriously now, but I haven't been in as many dirt streams lately as I like, but they definitely are. I mean, they're playing like they want back in Master Division. I tell you what, Snow's been hot. The return of Snow has been great. Ultimation's a little bit more of an interesting story. This was the Morlock and Devilwood. I felt like we're always part of the alt group. We're always part of the Ultimation group. That was like the 2024 Ultimation, right? Yeah, it was like B, Seagull, Cajun. I felt like all had a roster previously, and Morlock, Devilwood, I think were old Ultimation. I think that was how this roster came together. It was kind of a merger of those two. I could be getting a little bit of wires crossed there, but that sounds right. The limited changes coming into Season 5. Really, Bugsy coming in is really the only change. That Seagull guy seems like he might be a good pickup for a Masters team. Just saying. Just saying. You know what? You know what, Lucas? I'll have to keep an eye on that Seagull guy. Whoa. Okay, check this out, y'all. What just happened? I was like, where am I hearing voices from, right? My phone just decided to give me a historical overview of dimensions. Somewhere along the line, it got in its AI brain that I was asking it for an historical overview of dimensions. I'm curious now. The concept of dimensions has evolved significantly throughout history, from simple observations about space to complex theoretical frameworks. Here's a brief timeline of how different dimensions were introduced and explored. Goes all the way back to the ancient Greeks and Aristotle. There you go. Oasis. Looks like picked by rotation, who are going to start on the attack. We'll go ahead and swap that over. They are getting first ban as well. Big shout out to our teams. I know we kind of hopped in last minute here. It was just kind of a last minute decision of, hey, well, first match had tech issues. Well, let's go throw an audible. We'll go hop in on a 9 o'clock match. I don't want to stray too far. Missile ban. Okay, it's an Orisa ban. Makes sense. Dirt is in. Orisa banned out. Oh, one thing I did want to look at before we get into it, while they're finalizing lineups and we're waiting on that final ban to come through, I did want to look at all these. What's up, Fleckdrift? Appreciate you being here. The records of the season. Okay, so it is a little bit more like win 3, lose 1, win 3, lose 1. I was thinking they kind of struggled in the beginning and have done well since, but it's a little more consistent to that, frankly. I mean, your losses are to Cajun, Crimsons, and Dill Ducklings. All top tier teams. Let's see. Win over Cross Soul, win over Noctis, win over Deadlocked. Those are all good dubs. You've got rotation and Giants ahead of you. So obviously this one is going to be a tough one. This one's going to be a tough one. Dirt is in a ranked game. Had an extra hour to get the time. Wait, are you serious? Tracer ban in from All Dimension. Hey, Dirt's in lobby now, all right? Dirt was not the last one in lobby. Rotation trying to get Flock in here. All right, we're trying to get Flock in this game. All right. Flock isn't getting his invite. Come on, Flock, what you doing? But I mean, Billy and I cast Flock back in the old CGL days. Coincidentally enough, now Snow's disappeared. But just for a little, just for a little bio break, apparently. So yeah, I put in match chat that I haven't cast Flock since 2020. It was always a Reaper one trick. It was all, I mean, like I say, use one trick lightly. Sean Wu says, "Can I get coaching on Reaper?" 2 of their players lost power? Oh, shit. That's unfortunate. That is most unfortunate. They had to cancel warm-up because of the power loss? Oh, man, that sucks. I appreciate the update, Catch. I appreciate the update. I'm telling you, man, I blame myself. It seems like I'm just bringing tech issues with me wherever I go tonight. We had a similar issue happen in our first series. And Crussell, Cajun ended up having to forfeit because of it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
All right. I mean, we get the Flak Reaper. We get the Flak Reaper. Let's go. What is this skin? This skin is sick. I'll give you some credit on that, bud. Okay, I'll give you the aesthetic. I'll give you the aesthetics. I'll give you the aesthetics. Look at that. I'm not sure what you're doing. just kind of hanging out. Just a chill little guy. Just a chill little guy. You know, just chilling. You can hang out with me if you want, Billy. I don't care. Oh, Dirt just runs up to Bugsy and shoves a gun in his face. Hey, Flak got a pick on a double wood. So emerged out of the shadows and able to find a kill. Able to just hunt down. Who is that? Who is that? What, Seagull's your... I was like, wait, is that Seagull's? Like, no, Seagull's your main support. Who's your flex support? Morlock? Yeah, Morlock. Well, rotation in control. And just yoink Bugsy onto the point. But, you know, Ramatra, not as much sustain as you can get in this game. Dude, I mean, Unk still got it. That was his own words, by the way. I mean, nobody's an Unk compared to me. But, I mean, Flak, let's go. What is that? Where are we at? We're at 4-0 for Flak. 1,500 damage. Make it 5-0. Oh, hey, y'all, Preds. Cajun had no problems in SA servers. Well, no, it was something. Seaful's PC exploded. Like, couldn't connect to the internet at all. Like, wouldn't connect to Overwatch or anything. God, poor Bugsy. Man, Bugsy, like, hit the ground and a gong rang out. That was impressive.
Score 0-1.
Season 4 shop skin, Caracal? Ooh. Where's the Reaper copy pasta? Okay, so that's where I was getting. Thank you, Caracal. I was questioning. See, this is the kind of where I get confused on things, you know? And it's like, this is how I don't keep players straight. It's like, yeah, typically they're the main support, but not in this setup. Not in the bridge, you know, Geno carry setup. But then they are playing double flex support. I guess they're good now playing double flex support. But even for Brick Juno, as you're mentioning, they've swapped roles. Point being, it is Morlock. It is Morlock. So anyway, good info. Thank you. Thank you, Caracal. All right. Dimension trying to play through hallway, just getting face to face there with old Reapenheimer. Me looking to match against the Reaper Master? I don't know. That's a bold choice, B. That's a bold choice. Don't you know Reapenheimer is undefeated here in FACEIT League Season 5? Oh, and B just gets bodied. We did get first cap from Ultimate. I'm obviously memeing a little bit and having a little bit of fun with this. Don't take me seriously, please. First fight win does end up going to rotation, though. Looking at this, Kitsune Rush not too far out. Oh, Morlock took an enormous amount of damage. I'm guessing Snell landed to take aim. Does have a bullet shot to work with, and Dart's able to fight Devil One. Snell still fighting for high ground control. B was low. Looked like they dropped into the pit. Yeah, I was about to say, B dropped down here. That's what I thought I saw. Just verifying. Just verifying. Meanwhile, back up top, Snell's gonna get the better end of Morlock. Lands a good ADS shot in the back line, too. Beautiful shooting. Almost single. It's a dangerous peek you got there, bud. Whoop. Let's go check in on this Death Blossom. Did we get a flak Death Blossom this fight? A lot of ults coming from the other side, so, you know. We'll see if the ambush Death Blossom works. There's the speed ring. Uh-oh, fading into it. Oh, it just gets destroyed. I love the move of trying to push. Well, B tried to drop one too, by the way. I love the move of Dirt was trying to hold people into the Death Blossom. Actually, a very clever move. I saw the vision there. Bugsy's going to drop an Annihilation. Kitsune Rush thrown on the back of that. Just kind of has to put the block up and let the Annihilation fade. Too much damage, and both teams getting a chance to reset here a little bit. Rally fading. Lao drops an orbital. Oh, gets single, but gets popped by Devil. Devil was so low, almost got the Deadeye canceled. And Lao almost stayed alive through the fight. But still looks like rotation are going to come out on top here. A cleanup would give them the map. They find Bugsy, they find B. They find success here on Oasis. Circle pick out of Ultimate. Take him super serious. Rolling back the clock for one last time. Actually, I mean, rolling back the cloak works too. May ban from Ultimate. They are gonna swap sides as well. All right, we're getting flak right back into the Reaper here. First cap goes over to rotation. And this means they can just position Snell back here. And this is kind of what Billy was alluding to, is Snell being able to play these angles, right? You've got this long range to work with. They've got Snell set up back here. I was kind of talking about the top of the series. You know, Snell's had such a huge impact this season. He's had such an outstanding season. A little quieter tonight than past couple times we've seen rotation on stream. Good shots do land onto Devilwood and onto Morlock. Morlock's gonna fall courtesy of King Nightmare here. And the Reaper Master overstays their welcome in the back line. So, hey, you know what? They kept Bugsy out of the fight. So, perhaps a worthy trade there for Black. Ooh, yanked back him in the Terror Surge. Excuse me. Get all choked up there. Oh, yeah, Death Blossom on top of Devilwood while the rally is used to kind of help win the front line. B tried to blade through that and just got absolutely nothing. Flawless final fight from rotation. Only one death so far here on Suravasa.
Flashpoint Garden.
Oh, excuse me, 3 deaths. 3 deaths. I was popping around, closing out my feed and stuff, so I missed you there. Missed you there. Oh my goodness. Devil popping the OC, move it down the stair line, has a headshot onto the brave bandits, able to whip shot him away and kind of back up into cover. And do lose now to a cheeky deflect somewhere through there. Oh, and Flack ends up just shadow stepping into the Terror Surge. First fight, we'll go to Ult Dimension. Now, you know, Bandit taking a toll. It's gonna be the only one they're gonna get here. All the way across. Flack ambitious, but returns to the rest of the team as the orbital is tossed in. And it's good enough just to at least prompt a disengage here from Ult Dimension. I think they're still 5 strong. Yeah, there's B. Getting in up underneath the rest of all Nightmare rotation. Yeah, don't let the side sauce for you. Nice little combo into the back. Out comes the sword. The beam from space. Nicely bolstered. Still, was that 3 for 3 trade? Yeah, we were getting a 2v2 on this point. Dirt's the only one with any heal. So damage permanent here for Ult Dimension as they try to win this out. But you know what? B gets that kill on the Wow. Takes that sustain out of the fight. Even able to deflect Dirt's energy jab right back into him. This is going to allow Dimension to hold on to this point. Take over in percentages, as a matter of fact. Returning with, we're going to have Terror Surge and Rally to work with. It's now currently with an OC online. Devilwood's overclocked, still about 20% away. Snell pick up 2 with that OC. Devilwood does not get theirs into the fight. About 60% should be enough for a touch. Giants 3-2 over Crimsons. Oh, thank you, Arthur. Or XO, excuse me. Exotheter? I'll get it right one of these days. Be running for their lives. Does not escape the wrath of Lao. The 2-0 lead for rotation. They're continuing to invest 5 kills. One shot for Ben. It'll get... Yep, Morlock was 1. Dirt got the finish. Oh. Flack gonna shadow step in right on top of Seagull. Rally Bob, like, whoa! Hey, I mean, you get Rally out, you know, 10% away from your own Death Blossom. If you can survive long enough to use it, it might work out in your favor. But first, you gotta survive through an OC, and Dirt cannot. That was a big head shot. Flack just gonna shadow step away. This should be first cap going over to Ult Dimension. They will, in fact, clean it. All right, King Nightmare, how are you setting up for this Death Blossom? Let's make it a good one. We're gonna combo it. We're gonna combo it. Oh, B is gonna pull the trigger first. Goes up in the air to slash the Judo down. Got 1 get hit on the Snell as well. Is now responding with an o'clock. Oh, just getting... Just try to hide the corner, see if they can frag it back. Got 1 shot at a Morlock, but not enough for the pick. That might just be enough for Ult Dimension to take Palace. So we're headed to the other side of the map. Which team will it favor? Ruins. Number rotation did get a good jump on that. And we'll say that was good timing. So even though, you know, perhaps the spawn isn't the one they were looking for, they're still able to get a favorable position here. I mean, it's not an advantage, but it's not a disadvantage either. Could have been worse. If they weren't quick on the draw, it could have been a huge disadvantage. Now, we are going to ultimately rotating to the objective and try to set up this position into their favor. Perhaps baiting network rotation into this OC, Devilwood's loading up for, gearing up for. Terra Surge thrown in from Bugsy here to kick things off. Goes all the way across on the opposite side, and they will not make it back into their own corner. And here comes the pursuit. Rotation, want more. Devilwood's able to find Snell. Ooh, getting flacked out low. Can't quite pick it up. Bandit drops it in the rally. And Nightmare Rotation hang on through a messy fight. Devilwood threatened to turn that around. Look, if they had been able to lock down Flack, I think that would have been an alt dimension fight win there. Taking so much damage out of that. Snell drops early again. Flack makes themselves known before they were really in an optimal position to secure a kill and cannot quite make it back to safety. No DPS left on this point. Rotation trying to fight this out 3 versus 5. Let me stall it out for as long as they can. Build up some ult charge. Yeah, you know what? I mean, you've got an OC and an orbital to come back into this objective with, and you've got, you know, close to 90% on the board. No, you'll get 90% on the board. So rotation in a good spot here. Take the map. You are running into both Overclock and Blade, and then, of course, the Orbital out of Warlock. The use of these Orbitals is going to be a big difference maker here. I mean, the OCs to start. Devilwood trying, well, double leap. 1 in, 1 out. Snell gets first pick. Orbitals will get traded. B throws in the Blade. Immediately cuts through 2. Almost got another one. Flack does get finished off by the torpedoes of Morlock, but they themselves will be brought down. I mean, just Oasis left on this point. I think it's a 2v2. Wow, able to stay alive, but Dirt get pulled in by the Terra Surge of Bugsy. We are going to get a flip at 90%. No, man, those are going to go out so fast. Handful of seconds here to move on to the point. I believe 6 to be exact. Bugsy caught in a corner, but has the fortify. Able to kind of at least threaten that backline a little bit. Rally thrown in. Terra Surge from Dirt. Snell's able to pick up 1 through that. Lockdown Devilwood, who's come back on a Tracer. But B holding the line. We get a flip in from Alt Dimension. One final fight. Neither team at full strength. Neither team with ultimates, although Bandit's close to this rally. There's the speed ring. Ooh, a little duck into the corner. Could have been dangerous for Bugsy, but they had to fortify to kind of inch their way back up to the outside. 99-99 fight. Nightmare Rotation wins this. They take the map, and they've got an opening pair of kills. That rally will fade from Bandit, but I think it's already done the job. Orbital Ray thrown in should be the nail in the coffin. As Flat comes up with a final kill on the map. We'll get the flip. Rotation. Move up to match point. All dimension taking us to Runasapi here for map 4. And we're going to get a side swap again. Everybody wants that attacker's advantage. It's going to be a Freya ban. All right, let's look at some stats there for map 3. What stands out, friends? What stands out? Flack 22 and 9. Leading the team at deaths, but hey, you know what? You got those 22 elims, just shy of 10k damage. Not too shabby. Not too shabby for an owner. Of course, your Dirt with 26 and 3 and 16.4k. That's most elims, fewest deaths, and most damage. Carry banned out here from rotation. Time for map 4. Yes, that would be Mr. CEO playing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
And we're turning into the Reaper alongside the Dirt Orisa. Good wall from Snell to start, but Bugsy still had both cooldowns, pops them both, and is able to back up. Ooh, nice little headshot on double one. Could have been disastrous, just one or two more bullets. See another wall come up in a rotation here through the second door. Dirt trying to beat him to it. Too dangerous to entirely push through, but they're just kind of keeping Alt Dimension contained for now and doing a good job of it. Wall in a similar vein. B is going to go ahead and dash through, gets the kill, and dashes out. Great recognition from B that they could secure that kill. Sacrifice the cooldown. If you don't secure the kill and get the dash reset, B is a sit and duck. Easy first blood. Instead, it goes the other direction. Whoa. That's a 90-second play. Catches Lau and gets destroyed. Just shield bashing into oblivion. Hey, I mean, honestly, Genji for Juno trade, you take that, every day of the week. Snell is able to respond as, Flat got stuck behind a wall there for a moment. Good Blizzard picks up Seagull. I think that even, really threatened to get Bugsy. It forced Bugsy into a really bad situation at the very least. Ninon, thank you for the follow. Watch out for dueling orbitals over this corner. Nightmare rotation don't have to even get around the corner to get the lead here. But obviously, they would like to get more, including that checkpoint. Flat currently in a duel on the inside, keeping them such. Here comes Nightmare rotation with the opening orbital ray. Deadeye and Death Blossom throw it in. Morlock cannot get out of the range of it. Devil will eventually come up with their second kill on the fight. Good headshot there to finish off Flat. 3v3 on the point. Nightmare rotation continue moving this bot forward for now. Dirt is going to go attack the two squishies in the back line. Jab spinning all the way around. Here comes a little reinforcements. Cookie thrown in on the Devil with the shield is up and Dirt is gone. Checkpoint does not get picked up. It's close, but no cigar. Oh, happy birthday, Ninon. I appreciate you hanging out with us. Kib showed up. Appreciate you being here. Well, after losing the previous fight, it turns into a great recontest. They're on the back of Bandits rally out of Nightmare rotation. He's overclocking. Good wall, blocks Bugsy with the Fortify and Jab Spin to already use. Terror Surge is going to find more in the back. Devil would stand defiantly through the Terror Surge to finish off Dirt. Looking like it might be the only pick. Oh, they went the duel over Flak. Womp womp. QT Kibs and other Kibs. There's too many Kibs. Too many Kibs. Terror Surge Blade combo is going to be the end of Snell in this fight. Now, rotation did manage to grab that precious checkpoint. But with, still about 4.5 remaining, lots of time for Old Dimension to come back. They only need one more fight win, and they'll be able to equalize at least in getting the checkpoint. Get close to getting the distance. One more fight win, you might be able to take opposite core. Be with the overclock! Everything is overclocked now. What, did I call something overclock? That wasn't overclock? Is that where this is coming from? Or is this an inside joke I'm not aware of? It's entirely possible me just calling stupid shit. Because that happens. There's that checkpoint I was talking about. This was just on the back of Morlock's ultimate. And the orbital ray getting him that. Devil was trying to protect Bugsy's disengage, but will get stunned out of it. Blizzard from Snell. It doesn't look like a caught anything, but it forced rotation to dimension to scramble. And Snell will pick up a pair. Rotation protecting that lead. Snell gets a third there at the end of the fight. Bugsy putting on a little schmooze there. Dodges another spear. Rally popped as soon as that wall gets broken. An orbital into this small little store could be disastrous. Bandit's already grabbed one. Whoops. There we go. I wanted to hit every POV I could in the span of 1 second. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, I heard a shadow step. Clean up for rotation. They're going to continue to march with less than 3 minutes to go. Good wall. We'll confirm a kill on the Seagull. This is going to get him to the archway. And some significant progress picked up. I mean, a very important team fight there. One on the back of a huge rally out of Bandit. Now we're going to have, well, there's a Death Blossom picking up 3! Flak just moves in and finds 3! We're going to hide in the taxi from that. Get down. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Flak, you monster. You monster. Devilwood surprisingly gets the shots off of the Deadeye. But does end up falling. The blade in hand. Keeping this competitive here at the very back of Runasapi. But with an orbital ray up, Nightmare rotation might be able to take it here. Bugsy's already popped both cooldowns. The Fortify's now gone. And is their health bar. Beam will get speared. Has the deflect to kind of stick around a little bit longer. Same can't be said there for... excuse me, that was... Anyway. Seagull, who I saw, died. I almost called Snell because they ended up dying too. 1v1 left on the point. I mean, it was just so much happening. It was like a tornado. Dirt was the only one standing once the tornado went away. I mean, still just gonna fight this out. It's an inside joke. Okay, thank you, Kims. I just figured I did something stupid. Okay. Speaking of, there's a Bastion on the battlefield. That sounded a little harsher than I intended. Oh, that direct hit's loud before they're able to get back through the arch. Bugsy's going in looking for more. Ultimate should have some ultimates to work with, including, I mean, Terra Surge into Barrage. They did already get the checkpoint, so there's no delay here, no pause. But they have to basically cap it out in overtime. Double DPS ults as well as a rally here for rotation to work with to try to finish the series right here and now. Wall up, Blizzard in, Fortify fading, Terra Surge out, pulls in 3, but the Barrage is going to get a couple on the back of that long distance barrage from B. Found Bandit. Don't think they were actually in the Terra Surge. Dirt's going to get popped. Bugsy gets 2. TS1 continues to march. They're going to have to win this without B. Even as fast as a far could be, it's going to be tough for them to get back. Flak looking to set up for a game-winning Death Blossom. No, comes back to rejoin the rest of the team. No super cheeky play here. Okay, now is going to push in and try to play that flank angle. Watch for the Death Blossom to drop in. But ideally, once the wheels are now down, a dangerous moment here. A burst of damage available for Devilwood. But once that's done, do they have it? It's going to be an artillery strike over the top. Artillery rate in play. There's the Death Blossom! The drop down, and Flak gets it done! 4K for 5K! The ace for Flak! The ace for Flak! A game-winning Death Blossom! Flak is undefeated in FACEIT League. Unreal. Show me that again. Oh my goodness. King Nightmare, Reaper and CEO shuts it down amidst the orbital ray. What a finish. What a finish. Outstanding. Outstanding. Let's get that third point on the board. All right, friends, there you have it. There you have it. Mind controlling them to take damage. Just you wait. Just you wait. Black comes out with, hey, you know, same amount of deaths. More kills this time around. And you know what? Had two 3K Death Blossoms in officials. Absolute cinema. Mr. CEO. Gets playing the game, gets an ace, gets the game-winning ace. Oh, I mean, absolute cinema. What more do you want? What more could you possibly ask for from a FACEIT League match than that? Sorry, I had to just rewatch that moment. I just had to relish in that moment another time. That's the benefit of being on this delay, you know? I get a little preview, a little time skip. Absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. What a great night.